Footwork that led to the incompletion.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He completes it to Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down by a couple of yards. As they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Cleveland.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. First down, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
9 at the Bengals' 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. first down. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Going deep down. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross, 81 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like
defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 77 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Burrow. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Andrew Billings in there to drop him. It sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Joe Mixon.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A toss left, Mixon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now Joe Mixon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. 3rd down here.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. Aguilar has it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be second and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Just under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Sheldon Richardson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a 1-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
Browns.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted.
Incomplete.
Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. A unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Check. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go.
Here's a quick throw right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Nixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. Returning it, John Ross. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
In your face.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Burrow will throw. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Marr now to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10.
Bengals 17, Browns 10. Brett Maher is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
At the 31-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
On second down, here's Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 42's mark, 42's mark. Check, 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 check.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11th. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Mayfield off the play fake. And that is incomplete here.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And down to the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Chubb on the counter. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and...
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Andy Janovich, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are back within a score. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a 1-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays that could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
At the 13-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
4 fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter. What we found out so far, 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, 2nd one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stopped that one behind the line of scrimmage.
22 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Busts through the tackle. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They run it again with Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
The kicker on
Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a short kick taken at about the 16. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
6 yards.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Browns, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future of that. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.